Why is it that when a baby is born, we often refer to them as the miracle of life? And as we grow older, we sometimes settle for ordinary and not so amazing things, where along the way we forget that we are still extraordinary. When you were born, everyone is happy. Everyone assured you that you could do, have, and be anything you wished for when you grow up. And now that you have grown up, are you doing, having, and being everything they expected or you desired? Or somewhere along the way, did you redefine something or everything to settle for less than what you truly desire? Don Shelton once famously said, "Whatever you are, credit goes to your habit." How you wake up each day and your morning routine dramatically affect your levels of success and outcomes in every area of your life. This video is not exclusive to those who have difficulty waking up early, even if you don't have this problem. This content will be beneficial in changing the way you start your day. By simply changing the way you wake up in the morning, you can transform any area of your life faster than you ever imagined possible. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoics, valued each morning with mindfulness, and Marcus Aurelius, who was the Roman emperor from 161 until his death and considered the last great Stoic of humanity, knew this. So in this video, we will use some of Marcus Aurelius's wisdom as motivation to talk about the 10 things we must do to wake up early. But before we continue, let me remind you this wisdom is not fully free. You are investing your time. And if you find value within it, click on the subscribe button. Let's start this journey. Step 1. Find your Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese theory of well-being that can make your mornings more productive. A teaching of Marcus Aurelius says, "Everything from a horse to a grapevine is created for some duty. For what purpose, then, were you yourself created?" Productive mornings generate successful days, which inevitably create a successful life. In the same way, unfocused, unproductive, and mediocre mornings generate unfocused, unproductive, and mediocre days, and ultimately a mediocre quality of life. The way and the reason you wake up in the morning can be seen as your purpose in life. Marcus Aurelius believed that each of us has a purpose, something we were created for, and it is our duty to fulfill that purpose with effort and honor, because it is the purpose that gets you out of bed in the morning to face another day. Your Ikigai can be anything, something you enjoy and haven't done in a while, a new skill you want to develop, or anything that provides you with a meaningful reason to stay motivated. The best way to find yours is by asking yourself, if I had more time, what things could I do? You can list 30 answers, and from those 30, select 5 favorites. Then, you'll be close to discovering what motivates you. You need to give yourself a solid reason to wake up, something to do every morning that motivates you the most. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, all our efforts must be directed towards an end, or we shall act in vain. If it's not right at the end, then it's not right at all. Becoming a morning person requires more effort than just setting the alarm for 5 a.m. and hoping for the best. People who have decided to make the most of their mornings not only have a routine when they wake up, but also before they go to sleep. You can start by minimizing TV and phone time before sleep. Make a commitment to yourself. Start tonight. Don't stay on your phone when you're lying down. Get your setup ready for tomorrow. For example, if you plan to go to the gym, lay out your workout clothes before going to bed. By preparing your clothes the night before, you save energy and time for the next day. It's hard to skip the workout when your clothes and sneakers are in your room, ready and waiting for you. A person with unresolved problems, whether financial, relationship, or work-related, can't sleep well. Their mind doesn't rest properly. You've probably experienced lying in bed and replaying a situation over and over in your head. It's better to spend the necessary time to resolve any problems you can before going to bed. In this point, I remember an old Viking quote: "Destroy your enemies before they come to your house," meaning your mind is your home and stress is your enemy. Don't let them come to your house. If you have problems that you can't solve immediately or are beyond your control, practice deep breathing before sleep. Breathe calmly and count to 5, then exhale all the air silently, counting the same way. By doing this simple exercise, your body understands that there's no danger and you can relax. Increasing the oxygen intake in your body, your muscles become less tense, your heart rate slows down, and you'll be filled with an inner sense of peace. Remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius, your mind needs to slow down for you to have good night's sleep, and this will directly impact your morning. By making small sacrifices, you can be on the right path to becoming a morning person and making the most of your day to be more productive. Step 2. Avoid distractions after waking up. Marcus Aurelius says, "Concentrate every minute, like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you and freeing yourself from all other distractions." Some mornings, when we wake up, we are pulled in various different directions without even realizing where we are going. You often get distracted by all kinds of things. Random videos on your feed, your WhatsApp, a new episode of your favorite series, tragic news channel, your Instagram, text messages, and Facebook. You have to, what is important and what is not. Socializing is important, like emails and messages are important, but Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook are not, so don't open them in the morning. The key is to tame those distractions and set yourself up for success. Here are some tips. Silence the noise. Put your phone on silent. Close unnecessary tabs on your computer. Start with a plan. Decide what you want to accomplish in your quiet morning time. Focus on one thing at a time. Don't try to multitask. By following these tips, you can take control of your mornings and use that quiet time for what really matters to you. For wake up consistently, according to Marcus Aurelius, you should build your life action by action and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible, and no one can keep you from this. Imagine your life is like a giant Lego set. You have all these pieces, your actions, and you get to decide how to put them together to build something amazing. The quote means you shouldn't wait for a perfect moment or rely on others to build your life. Instead, take action, even small ones. Each day, if each action gets you a little closer to your goals, that's a win. The best part, no one can stop you from doing this. It's your life, and you get to build it brick by brick how you want. Here's an example. Maybe you want to learn a new language. You can't become fluent overnight, but you can take an action every day, like studying for 15 minutes. Each day you study is a Lego piece building your language skills. If you truly want to wake up early every day, then you have to do it consistently to make it part of your routine. You need to develop your self-discipline. Self-discipline is nothing more than the habit of consistency, finding the motivation to do something repeatedly until you do it on autopilot and start seeing results. The book, The Miracle Morning, by Hal Elrod, tells us that we need to be consistent in the first 30 days. To develop this new routine, we need to divide the 30-day period into 3 phases of 10 days each. Each of these phases presents a different set of emotional challenges and mental obstacles to maintaining the new habit. The first 10 days of implementing any new habit or getting rid of any old habit can seem almost unbearable, and they really are. The urge to give up will be persistent if your new habit is waking up early. During the first 10 days, your experience might be something like this. Oh God, it's already morning. I don't want to get up. I'm too tired. I need more sleep. Where's the coffee? And then we hit the snooze button. The problem for most people is that they don't realize that these first, seemingly unbearable 10 days are only temporary. They think that's how the new habit is, and they tell themselves, if the new habit is so painful, forget it. It's not worth it. That's why when we fail to wake up early one day, we often procrastinate and tell ourselves that we'll start waking up early from next Monday or next month. We need to understand that our ability to continue is what turns us into a disciplined and strong person. Life is not linear, and we have so little control over our lives. We can only control what we do with our days. We need to realize that each new day comes with a new life and another opportunity to be better. So forgive yourself for waking up late today and start waking up early from tomorrow. Step 3. Practice discipline in small things. Marcus Aurelius says, we must practice ourselves in the small things and from there proceed to things of greater value. Discipline. The word itself comes from the Latin discipliner, literally meaning teaching or instruction. Practicing discipline in small things means shaping ourselves constantly. We are training our mental resilience to wake up early. You can practice this, for example, by placing your alarm clock as far away from your bed as possible. This forces you to get up and get your body moving. Movement generates energy. So when you get up and leave the bed, it naturally helps you wake up. Because if your alarm clock is right next to your bed, you'll either turn it off or worse, hit the snooze button. Never hit snooze button. If you think about it, hitting the snooze button in the morning doesn't make sense. It's like saying, I hate waking up in the morning, so I'll do it again and again. If it's far from your bed, you'll have to get out of bed to turn it off. Until then, you're standing up. Now, you just need to stay awake. It's easier to leave the room as soon as you turn off the alarm. Don't allow yourself to rationalize going back to bed. If you let your brain convince you not to wake up early, you never will. Don't make going back to bed an option. Just force yourself to leave the room. Make your bed. By making your bed in the morning, you complete the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride and motivation to accomplish another task. From this small task, you will accomplish many other bigger tasks throughout your day. Making your bed also reinforces the idea the small things matter. And if you can't do the small things, you'll never be able to do the big things. Step 4. Find an accountability partner. Quoting Marcus Aurelius, go to the public square, to the field of exercise, to the lunchroom, to the emporium. Stay with the serious ones when you realize that your purpose is to wake up early. Having a good accountability partner is essential. As we pursue our goals, there is a skill that will remain above all other skills: the ability to hold yourself accountable. An accountability partner is someone who coaches another person in terms of helping them keep commitments. In this case, your accountability partner will help you stay consistent with your morning commitments and your progress. For partnerships, you should select someone who is as committed as you, shares similar values, can be available, and is genuinely interested in helping you succeed with your morning routine. An accountability relationship is always good, because knowing that you will talk to someone who is emotionally and energetically invested in your success keeps you on track even when things get tough. Waking up early is great, but sticking to it can be hard. That's where an accountability partner comes in. Think of it like having a workout buddy. They motivate you to get to the gym, and you do the same for them. An accountability partner for waking up early can be anyone who supports your goal. A friend, family member, or even a coworker who's also an early riser. Go to jogging with them or do some fun activities to freshen up your mind. Remember death. Marcus Aurelius informs us, since it is possible that you may depart from life, this very moment, regulate every act and thought accordingly. The Stoics made it a routine to keep in mind the perspective of death. It may seem extreme and over the top, but it just means living in the present. And you can also practice this every morning. There is a phrase called memento mori, which means remember that you will die. The only perennial truth, rich or not, successful or not, religious or philosophical, it doesn't matter, is that you will die. The point of this reminder is not to be morbid or promote fear, but to inspire, motivate, and enlighten. This morning, routine will help you keep things in perspective, focusing on what really matters, which is your inner principles, your house, your money, your fame. All of that is temporary and can be taken away from you at any moment. The only thing that can never be taken from you is your character. It's only our character that defines us and guides us through life. A person can rise or fall solely due to the virtues or flaws of their character. And often, that's what leaves a legacy. So the idea of remembering your death will anchor you. Just like Steve Jobs, every morning, look at yourself in the mirror and ask if today were the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? If you spend too many days saying no to this question, then you know you need to change something very quickly. Don't miss the opportunity to live your life for real, stuck in something you hate. As Marcus Aurelius said, it is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Practice negative visualization. Every morning, we are advised by Marcus Aurelius to practice negative visualization. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I will deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. Instead of imagining an ideal society, the Stoics see the world as it is, because let's admit it, everyone has good or bad side, and that demon is more powerful than the angel because you love and crave negativity. Negative visualization is all about keeping your expectations in check and being much more honest with yourself about what could go wrong and how you would handle such scenarios. It's like calculating the future, that what could go wrong. It's like pre-aiming in a video game to get perfect shots. By practicing memento mori, you can overcome the problems or at least plan for them. When you prepare for the worst, you're in a better position to deal with disasters when they happen. For example, suppose you want to close a big deal and have an important meeting with a major client. In the morning, you've already thought about the possibility of getting very nervous and stuttering, or the client having many doubts because your presentation isn't clear enough. However, since you've already anticipated this situation and mentally prepared, you'll be calm and ready to answer all questions professionally. It's easier to wake up in the morning and think that everything will go well, but that thought won't help you prepare for adversity. Step 5. Gratitude. Appreciate your life. Marcus Aurelius, he says to the gods, I'm indebted for having good grandparents, good parents, good sister, good teachers, good associates, good relatives, and friends. Marcus Aurelius is very honest and humble about how he learned to develop his values and ethics, and shows a lot of gratitude to those who helped him become himself. We can also replicate this by keeping a gratitude journal. Keeping a gratitude journal is a simple process because it doesn't have to be about the big things in life. The habit of being grateful begins with appreciating every good thing in life and recognizing that nothing is too small to be grateful for. Every day, you must choose 3 to 5 things you're grateful for and write them down in a notebook or journal. So, if you had a tough day at work, focus on coming back home, your family, your pet, or simply being grateful for being alive. Appreciating your life before going to bed will not only give you a peaceful night's sleep, but also give you a reason to wake up confidently to face the new challenges of the day. Remember that your first thought in the morning is often the last thought you had before going to bed. We've all had nights when we were so excited about a trip, a new job, or a vacation that we could hardly sleep. And as soon as the alarm went off, we jumped out of bed all excited. The same thing happens if your thought before sleep is, "Oh, how tired I am. I can't believe I have to wake up early tomorrow." When you wake up, your first thought will be, "Oh no, it's time to get up. I just want to keep sleeping." So, decide to create a positive expectation every night. Consistently, be grateful. Forgive yourself for the day's failures and commit to doing your best in the next day that comes. Pray to your God. Be grateful for what you have. Remember that things don't change. We change. The early morning has gold in its mouth. Benjamin Franklin. As we come to the end, I hope these tips have been helpful to you and that you can start applying them in your life to wake up early and make the most of your mornings. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics teach us to value each morning and use our time in the best way possible. If you follow these tips, you can create a morning routine that will help you succeed in all areas of your life. If you find this video helpful, please like it and share it with your friends. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe now to receive more quality content. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.